Adam Malamis, designer and photographer. What brought me to Hong Kong? About 10 years ago, I was in Tunisia, a little bit before Arab Spring. And 3 weeks after I had returned home, my brother texts me and asks, "Aren't you glad that you're not there?" And the first thought that I had was, no, I wish I was there seeing something like that happening. And that's really what spurred my love for photojournalism. I didn't have an opportunity with work and any number of things, but when the Hong Kong conflict came up, I understood the broader implications for how we could see that happening somewhere else. And in fact, it's happening many places. I thought that that was the best opportunity to go and see if I could run toward the danger when everyone else was running away from it. It was my second night in Hong Kong. I had just flown in the day before, and I had been just trolling Twitter to find out what was going on that night. And so they had mentioned that there was going to be a peaceful protest at the cenotaph. And I thought that was the perfect event to break my teeth on. So I had gone to the cenotaph, and there were already hundreds of people gathering, and it just started filling out after the first hour, then the second hour. When we got to the front, this elderly couple comes up, pushes their way through the crowd, stands in front, and covers their right eye. They're the oldest people there by decades, at that time at least. And the look on the woman's face was so hardened and sad that I felt compelled to take her picture. And so that's how In Solidarity came to be. What did I take from the whole thing, from my experiences there? There are a number of things I found interesting from my time in Hong Kong. One of the first being the incredible amount of propaganda on both sides, the misinformation being spread, the misinformation being spread. I also learned that Hong Kongers are incredibly resilient, incredibly kind, considerate. There were times where people were forgoing their own safety to help others. The medics being a really good example, especially if they were being targeted by police that day. It makes me think about the human spirit and what we're really capable of. And I always wonder, what would it take for Canadians to get to that point? Would it ever get to that point? How fragile is our democracy? And it makes me really think about it and not take it for granted as much as I did prior to my trip there.